So that's it. So
Yeah.
we will be trying these in future videos.
Yeah.
And
As soon as we get through with the stuff from the first video and the stuff that I brought and all the stuff you already have.
All right. Well, welcome back to Bourbon Theory. I'm Bill.
And I'm Josh. And this time we have another bourbon haul.
Yeah.
We did film some of this. Our mics died. And
equipment wasn't the best.
We had a gimbal, and it was very shaky. So we did not end up using any of the footage. I was very much hoping we could.
So we exchanged that gimbal, got another one. We'll see how that works later.
Yep.
We don't know yet.
It's very fancy.
Seems much better.
So
it's highly recommended. So we'll see.
It's about double the price.
Yeah, well, go big or go home. Join us on Patreon.
We don't have anything up there yet.
Yeah.
But you can join, and eventually, when we have actual things to offer you, there'll be tiers.
We'll get there. My mustache is gone. I don't know.
Yeah. Keep forgetting that, don't you?
Goatee's gone. All right. So
we did some hunting in South Carolina, just over the border.
So we're close to the border here and where we are in North Carolina. So just took the opportunity to take Josh down and show him some different stores, show him the other side of a non-control state.
Which is my first time bourbon hunting outside of a controlled state.
It is a little bit different. So they are allowed to set their own prices, do that type of thing. There are still some controls. No one company can own more than 3 stores in the entire state.
South Carolina only.
South Carolina only.
That we know of.
So for example, Costco can only have liquor, their own owned stores in 3 of their stores in the state. And so that's how they do it. Major stores can only have 3, can only be owned by one owner, can only have 3 stores in the entire state. So just something for background of what that is. Yeah. But again, they can set their own prices. They can do their own things. So not necessarily in order of how we went to the stores.
We did make 5 stops. So 5 different stores. We did buy something from every store.
Did we buy something at every store?
Every store.
Okay.
Every store. We'll start with the last one because I think that's really the best find. And you've got that one over there to your right.
It's a bit of a hard to find. So Knob Creek 18.
This was at Frugal McDougal, right over the border by Carowinds Theme Park in South Carolina. And we don't have the receipt, but it was about $180.
Yeah, 175, 180.
Something like that.
And one thing that we did find, and it's been this way for a long time, is most of the stores, not all, there was one exception, they do have a cash price and they do have a card price.
Yep.
So just something to be aware of if you're going hunting for bourbon in some of the South Carolina stores.
And it was about $5 to $10 difference depending on the bottle.
Depending on the bottle. It's probably in percentage, it's probably about a 3%. Variance. So, but we did pick this one up, and we'll be doing a tasting on it in the future, and some comparisons. I've got some store picks that are in I've got a Knob Creek 15, I believe.
Yeah.
And we've got
a couple other 18-year-old things that we're going to put it up against and see what the winner is.
Elijah Craig 18. I've got some
for that video.
120 proof Knob Creek store picks that are in the 15, 16 range. So that was one of our picks there.
Yep. So our second stop, or this is actually our first stop. So last stop, first stop, we saw a Basil Hayden's 10-year, which is not up our alley, but it was a good price. It was
good price. It was 70.
It was 87.
87.99.
$88.
This is something my brother likes, and so when I see it, I pick it up. Try to keep it here at the house for him.
Yep.
And
I'm actually excited to try it because I've had Basil Hayden's. I've had toasted. That's not that bad.
No.
I've had the subtle smoke. I've had the red wine finish. I'm not the biggest fan of any of them, frankly, but this is 10 years old. It is still watered down to 80 proof, but I'm still pretty excited to give it a go because it's 10 years old. So this 10 years old should have some good flavor notes on it.
And while in Wisconsin this week, which I know everything gets off on the videos, but the current week that we're in, while I was up there, I did find some more of this, and I got him a bottle for him to have there. And I found a 10-year rye. So I picked up both of those, and we were able to taste the rye. which we'll do more on in the future with a video in the future. But
we got to drive up there or meet them halfway, or
do something.
Make some arrangements to get the rest of the bottles that are stuck up there.
These are Jim Beam products.
Yep.
So
and Jim Beam makes really good stuff. That's what Knob Creek is.
Right.
Jim Beam product. Yep. So started with Jim Beams, our last and our first stop. Our second stop, which let me just refresh my memory and make sure we did the right thing here, and that was here.
Right.
So
we went to State Line Elite. So again, just a little bit south of Southern Spirits,
which is where we got these bottles over here from.
Actually, where we got the
so sorry,
where we got that one from.
I'm confusing myself.
So it's where we got that one from, and so there they had several barrel picks, and actually Southern Spirits did as well. They had several barrel picks, but we picked up an Old Elk Rye
store pick.
This one is a 5-year
single barrel, obviously.
Single barrel straight rye. So looking forward to this one and put it out. Sorry, that was his way of telling me to put it out here so you guys could look at it. So looking forward to that. I've had a lot of the Old Elk stuff. Really enjoyed
Greg Metz.
Most of it that I've had. Greg Metz, Master Distiller, used to be with
MGP.
With MGP in Indiana, where a lot of stuff is being sourced from. He's helping me to remember as we get close to it.
I'm just learning.
So again, looking forward to trying this with the rye. And,
I've never had any Old Elk products.
And he actually pointed out that it's a different bottle.
Yeah, from our other
the rest
over here.
The Old Elk bottles have been this style.
So this is their wheated. This is another store pick.
So the pricing on these was a little bit.
So we had two here. So the wheated was 75 and the rye was 85.
Mm-hmm. So
those are store picks. So there's going to be a little bit of a price jump there.
I've had some of the wheateds that they've had. I think they had another wheated. It was like
you really like their wheateds.
I think they had a 9-year wheated. It was like 109 or something like that. So I really do like their wheated. So I'm really looking forward to trying their rye.
Yeah, but you can see the kind of the bottle differences. I'm not sure if they're getting some new bottles or if they have.
So if
they have different, this is the rye and this is the wheated. Do they have different bottles for each thing? Because it's kind of like that shoulder drop, and this is a little more of a
square bottle.
So we'll see. We have a lot of Old Elk products. We'll definitely give all of these a go.
So, and then we also picked up the Green River
rye. Which you love Green River.
I do. I've got the bourbon. I've got the wheated. And I've also got the foolproof, and I'm looking forward to. They've got more of a base bourbon that has just recently been released. That I'm
the 1885, 85 proof budget bourbon. It was like $25
somewhere, and that's for a liter.
Yeah, a liter.
So, and we'll see about that one. So this one was about 36.
We should really have this just sitting up here with us. It's probably a better idea. $35.
And that's what most of them run, except for the foolproof. It runs at about 46.
Yeah.
So again, looking forward to trying that one.
Yep.
And then we had heard, neither of us have tried Old Dominic, but we've heard some good things here. So this is a cast strength, 122.34 proof, 6 years.
This was the bottle we were told to find, and I was pretty stoked we could find it.
That we actually found it sitting on the shelf.
This is Tennessee. So it's out of Memphis. So it's a little outside of the Kentucky profile for you. But
generally steer away from Tennessee. But like I said, this is out of Memphis. I haven't tried anything from there. So we'll see what this.
I'm pretty excited. We actually have another one of their products.
This was $75.
We have another one of their products sitting to my left that we'll talk about here in just a minute. This is their own distillate, but they do have a contract distilled from before when they had their own stuff, and it's this Huling station that we got from State Line Beverages.
Yeah, so don't get confused. You have State Line Elite, and you have State Line Beverage. Two different stores.
So this is contract distilled from MGP, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Orangeburg, Indiana. This is a single barrel. This is 116.53 proof. I got to read it. He's just messing with me. 8 years old, so it's an MGP product. So we're probably going to do a side by side of those. I don't think, was there an age statement on that one?
Yes, this one was 6 years.
6 years old. Okay, so a little bit of an age difference there, but very much looking forward to cracking those two open. Tennessee, Memphis is getting some craft distilling,
and that was $53.
And we also picked up a Heaven's Door store pick.
This is another Tennessee, by the way.
Yes,
and I have been enjoying some of these.
Yep, so this is another store pick. It's 127.2 proof, cask strength, which again, as you know, we love cask strength, barrel proofs, anything like that.
And this one jumped out at me, a couple of things, cask strength, and it was $60. So
for almost 130 proof.
And I've had some really good Heaven's Door products, so I've been very pleased with it.
No age statement.
So nothing in the cask strength in the labeling?
Nope. Nothing age statement, but I'm sure
it's got a good color to it.
Yeah, it does. Let me check over here. Oh, we do have a whole mash bill on the side here. So it's 78% corn, 13% rye, and 9% barley, distilled in Kentucky. So
a lot of it has been coming. It has come out of Tennessee.
Cooperage is ISC. Does that mean anything to you?
It's the Cooperage who make the barrels.
Yeah. Char number 3.
Okay.
So heavy on the char, but that should be pretty good.
Actually, that's middle char.
I thought 4 was the highest level of char. Oh, there's 5. Didn't know about 5. Did not know about 5. And the last stop for us to hit, we don't have the receipt for. We wrote down the name.
And
it's
so this one was Good Times Discount Liquor, little small store, just in a little strip center.
So our first pick from there was a Sagamore Spirit cask strength rye. Right back into those cask strengths. Now, you accidentally bought another one of these in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I hate when I do that.
We got to make ourselves a living inventory.
I don't really hate when I do that.
Well, if it's bad,
find it. He's been telling me about the Sagamore Spirits, but he finally brought it with him today.
The double oak rye, and it is chef's kiss. Wonderful.
So I'm looking forward to trying it, but I did find it, and I found it at a good price, so I bought.
Actually, I lied. We do have the prices because they are right on the bottle. So this was $75 plus tax.
And another thing, this particular store, though, did not have a markup for using a card.
They did not.
So
did not. Pretty good
price
store.
Was their price.
They did have a few
and
harder to find things.
And their prices were good.
Yeah, fair prices.
And so I was inclined to buy something from them.
Speaking of buy something from them, we got a nice Baker's 7. This was $58, which is
about $8 cheaper.
Yeah, it's about $65 everywhere else. So this one is exactly 7 years, 0 months. It was barreled in 2016. It's 107 proof. It's single barrel. It's Jim Beam product, which is a little bit of a theme up here. We got 3 of them. I've never had Baker's.
I haven't either.
Oh, really? I thought you had.
I don't recall that I have.
Okay. So. Well, then we'll have a tasting experience. We both get to try something new.
It wasn't age stated at the time. So they came with the age statements. They got the 7 and the 13.
13, yeah. They have a 13 rye, too.
We'll have to see how this one goes.
Yeah. And our last pick was a Rossville Union, barrel proof again. Don't see an age statement on here. It's 112.6 proof. I'm confused myself because I have seen another brand that is a rye. They have 6 and 7 years, and I've seen them around. They're actually discontinued in the area, so the next time I see one, I should buy one. But I can't remember if it's also Rossville Union or it's something else Union, or this is an old bottle. I'm not sure.
And this is actually, I believe this is MGP's brand.
You sure?
Yeah. It's distilled. Yeah. So I believe this is their brand.
Okay.
And this is a barrel proof.
Yep.
So it's 112.6, and this is straight rye.
$60.
So. Looking forward to it. Got a good color on it. It's not super dark, but it's got a good color on it. And so we're looking forward to trying that. Yeah.
And that's it. Not as big as a haul as our first one, but I think we definitely got through it a whole lot faster than the first one. That video was like 45 minutes, and I had to cut some of it.
Right.
So
that's it. So we will be trying these in future videos.
Yeah.
And
as soon as we get through with the stuff from the first video and the stuff that I brought, and all the stuff you already have.
And we're shooting this weekend. We're probably going to do about 20 or 24 tastings this weekend.
Hopefully getting another 15 to 20 videos knocked out somewhere in there. So batch filming. We'll have to.
So we'll try to change our shirts more often with some feedback we've had.
Yeah.
Don't
guys,
think that we're dirty.
Yeah, we're just filming a lot on the same days.
Yes.
So only we got weekends, usually 3 or 2.5 days to film. So gotta knock out as much as we can.
Josh works a day job, and I'm just helping him out.
Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let us know what bottles you're most excited to see, and maybe we'll, based on those comments, we'll review those first.
Yes.
Release those ones first.
So out of what we're putting up here.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments.
We're looking forward to it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Take care of yourselves.